What's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? It's your boy, the Tube Kang, coming to you once again, man. We got another good interview we got going on today. As I always say, I pray if you've had a great day up to this point and that your day continues to be great. If you have not had a great day up to this point, I pray that from this moment forward that your day does get exponentially better. So without further ado, man, this is a guy, man, he's a busy guy. I've been trying to get him for the longest. You know what I'm saying? But hey, he's been busy, so our times have been mashing up. But finally, I got my guy in the building, man. So I'm gonna let you introduce yourself to the people.
Hey, everybody, Bobby Peoples from the Peoples Network, co-owner with my wife, Renee Peoples, and we're right here in Las Vegas right now.
All right, man. What's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you once again, Mr. Peoples, for taking time out of your busy day, man, to sit down with your boy, the Tube Kang.
No problem.
So you said something right there in your intro. You said you and your wife.
That's right.
So y'all work, man. So how did that come up? Did you like meet her like doing like writing or directing, or was y'all already like how did that come about the way y'all met?
Well, we met, and
oh wow,
yeah. I'm getting a little feedback, but I was a cameraman for a movie that she was co-directing with a mutual friend of ours, and that's how we met on set. And I was doing stuff in Atlanta. She said she heard about me, and she was doing stuff with plays and stuff like that. And so we just happened to meet on set that day. And she said, "Hey, I want to be in one of your movies." And I said, "Okay, well." She said, "How can I audition?" I said, "Well, let this audition that you're doing now," because she was co-directing and also starring in the film too. So I said, "Well, let this be your audition." And she auditioned. And the next movie I had coming up, I called her up and cast her. I was a single parent at the time, so I was like, needed a babysitter. She had a son, so she was, she gave me a very nurturing vibe. I said, "Hey, do you, if you okay, do you mind watching my son?" I called work a regular 9-to-5 job at the time, and she did. And from babysitter to girlfriend, from girlfriend to wife. And that's just how I've been. So we've been together for the last 18 years.
Man, that was just fate right there. That's all that was, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But she was already doing plays and stuff like that. So she's already been, acclimated in the arts and stuff like that. So.
Okay, then. So she understood the grind with you. Okay. Yeah. So with that, of course, that's a beautiful thing, man, to where, you know what I'm saying, your soulmate, your better half is with you. And of course that's great. But do y'all have like any, with being creatives, do you ever have that moment where you see thing one way, she see thing another way, y'all try to merge it together?
We're pretty much in sync when it comes to stuff like that. I mean, for the most part, like we write together, we do everything together. From this point on. Like I said, I had a production company already when I met her. So when we got married, I dissolved that company and created the People's Network. So we'd be 50 owners in that. So her ideas, this is probably my ideas, but we share ideas. We share writing duties, directing duties, producing duties. So we do everything 50-50, so it's just a match made in heaven if you think about it, because there is no argument. There's creativity. Something she want to try, let's try it. Something I want to try, let's try it. But there's never like, oh, just do it my way and his way or my way is the only way, just how that goes,
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So the movie Dangerous Ties, man. From the point of how it came on to the point of how it ended, man, it had me in it, man. It had me talking to one of the characters, my guy Todd. I was talking to him parts of the movie. You know what I'm saying? So Dangerous Ties, man. Like where did that idea come from, man?
I'm gonna keep with the story because it's actually a sequel. It was a sequel script to our movie Deadly Bonds. So I watched that movie. So we did Deadly Bonds and was starring Adia as well. And another distributor asked us, "Hey, we want to work with you guys. Do you have any scripts?" And we was working on that script at the time. And I said, "Hey, I got this idea that we're working on, which is Deadly Bonds 2. And it's okay. Well, great. Do you mind if we change the title? You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to piggyback off another distributor's distributed movie." I said, "Okay, well, we don't mind that." So we kind of went back and kind of rewrote some stuff and changed some characters around. I said, "Well, since we're redoing the whole script of Deadly Bonds 2, and Adia character dies in that one, how about we just bring her back for this one?" You know what I'm saying? So it kind of worked out. So it's pretty much it's a sequel story to Deadly Bond. That's how it came out. It's just when cheating goes wrong, basically.
Right, man. Because like And for the people who haven't seen it, as I always say, man, when it's a good movie, man, make sure y'all go see it. You know what I'm saying? But when y'all watch it to the end, y'all probably gonna be looking Mr. Peoples up, be like, hey, when that second one coming out? Cause,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So without telling, you know what I'm saying, too much, man, like when of course we get past that first scene, but then, you know what I'm saying, we get to the, and I'm putting my air quotes on, this loving, you know what I'm saying, husband and wife couple, man. Could you tell us about the dynamic of these two characters right here?
Adia and Nina, we work with both of them on different projects together. So and when we was filming this movie, we kind of said, you know what, since we're doing this movie for another another distributor, let's just handpick actors that we work with who we know can do the job and deliver it. So we called up Adia as usual. She's like a friend of ours, like a little baby sister. And we said, hey,
Okay.
Nina, would you mind doing this project? Are you free for the next 7 days? And he said, yeah. So, we just kind of got together. There's only 5 actors in the movie. If you think about it, there's only 5 actors in the movie. We just kind of handpicked it. And then there's also a special appearance by my son. He's in the movie too with the dreads. That's my oldest son. And he was here. He just happened to be in Vegas while we were filming it because we were just filming Vegas Vixen. So we were doing a movie back to back. And since he had like 2 more days before we started the production, I said, hey, let's go ahead and shoot your scenes now for this movie. So we shot his stuff right before he left. But everybody was just like, people were handpicked for this project because we had a 7-day window. We want to get in and get out and, just make it work. So everybody was just family oriented, basically. So I don't know how to say it different than that, but we just kind of picked people we worked with before who had good chemistry and we know can deliver the job on time.
Okay. So hold on. Let me make sure I'm understanding this right. The entire movie, Dangerous Ties, was shot in 7 days.
Actually, 6. We had a day off. Yeah.
Wow. So for the people that's hearing this that haven't seen it, of course, the people that have seen it, you already know what the deal is. But for the people that haven't seen it, for him to say that they shot and did this movie in 6 days, y'all have to see the quality of this movie, from the lighting, the sound, I mean, the acting. And I'm not saying this because I got Mr. Peoples here, right? I'm saying this because like you wouldn't look at it and think, oh, they only did that in a week, in less than a week, being technical. You know what I'm saying? So man, like I gotta tip my hat to you. You know what I'm saying on that one, man. So wow. So
I mean, most of our movies only take about 6 to 7 days. I mean, every movie that we pretty much do is around that time frame. Because my wife and I, we teach this too. So if you have a book, we kind of give it this method of how we do these things in short span time. It does take dedication in it, and it does take perseverance on and making it work. Because the way we do it, no one's above the production. There's no ego tripping, for lack of a better word. So everybody knows coming into this, no matter what issue you got going through, the project takes priority of everything. So we have to make sure the project gets done. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you speak for somebody or you don't like somebody, we handle it afterwards. We make sure we come on time, we do what we need to do, and then we cut out.
Man, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. So, like I was saying earlier, you got, like I said, I put it in quotation mark. You know what I'm saying? This loving couple, but then we got another story. You know what I'm saying? With that, we still we still have Donna, but now we insert. Insert Todd, and I'll tell you the nickname. You know what I'm saying? I gave you. You know what I'm saying? Later, as we as we talk, as we get into it, but. They had like a relationship, if you want to say that. So how was their relationship in the movie? Being that Donna is a married woman and Todd was a married man in the movie as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you remember the opening scene, they're both in an open relationship.
Yeah,
so they're both in an open relationship. It's just that they continue outside of the relationship to make it work. Far as their characters are concerned, far as the actors themselves, that was their first time working together. We worked on different movies, but like I said, Adia is a professional. Marquise is a professional. We worked with him on Private Secretary. So it was just amazing to bring these people back. Like I said, we handpicked these people because based on our previous work with them, we knew that they could deliver the job. So it's just knowing people, knowing the actors, and knowing their abilities and how to bring things together. That what makes the movie work, in my opinion.
Right, man, because they definitely whether they were in the movie where they was on the same page or whether they weren't on the on the same page in the movie, man, they still hate like you believed it. You know what I'm saying? You believe he felt a certain way about it at one point, and you believe he felt a certain way, about her, at a in another part. But even, so with that, we saying the open relationship or whatever, what complicated things is that they were friends with, the people that they were dealing with. And just give us a little brief part of what's going on in this scene right here.
So this is Marquis' wife was calling him because she has some medical issues going through with her, within herself. So she's out cheating with this side piece, quote unquote friend, and he gets this message that his wife is sick. You know what I'm saying? So even though he's doing his dirt, he's still a dedicated man to his wife. So it just. Like I said, cheating gone wrong. Basically, when you start doing things like that and you open up your relationship to different things, you got to be prepared to take everything that comes with it.
Right? Because I called. I said, matter of fact, I'll wait a little bit until we, until we get to that part. So we have, we've met Todd, Donna, Morgan, which was, Todd wife, right here, and Brian, I called him the clueless husband, whatever. But then we have another person that, that enters the fold. Tell me about that character, my guy right here. And once again, there go Donna again with another man.
Well, like I said, Donna, she has a husband and she has a boyfriend who she really likes, but the boyfriend, don't want to be with her no more. So she felt, okay, well, if you don't want to be with me no more, I'm going to find somebody else instead of just being with her husband, And so she meets up with this guy, my boy Levi here. So she just running rampant right now.
I was like, man, gee, and this is when, I was like, because right now, my guy's upset that she giving my guy Gary all the attention. So I'm like, so Todd, the cheating faithful husband, is getting upset. You know what I'm saying? Because, she moving on or whatever, but she still wants Todd.
Yeah, I mean, she's doing it for her. It's a game. It's a game. It's a mental game. She's playing mental chess.
Right. So I'm like, man, what's what's really going? And I will say this: it was one part to where I thought it was going to go a certain way, but it didn't. So y'all got me on that one. It was when Brian went to Tottenham House and Morgan was there.
Yeah.
And he went, I was like, they finna make a move with each other. That's exactly where my mind went. But he was actually, a good, husband to Donna for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? But then, like you said, when she had that medical emergency, he decided, like, hey, I need to start doing, the right thing and, be there for. And he kept telling Donna that, and Donna didn't want to take, no for an answer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She kept pressing it, man. So what was when you had Donna's character, in mind, what was the goal of making her so just like persistent to go after this man, even though she had a husband, and then end up, having a side dude to the husband?
Well, we wanted to make the character complex. You know what I'm saying? We wanted people. It's a hashtag of that damn Donna. You know what I'm saying? We wanted people to like, damn, like she is never satisfied. And I'm quite sure all of us would know somebody like that, whether a man or a woman. Doesn't matter what you give him or her. It's always not enough. So we wanted to, show what not enough can happen to the people around them. how it affects everybody. Even when you have permission to do what you need to do, you still want more. And so it became an addiction to her.
Man. So now, I'm going to pull this scene up. Just now, we're talking about Donna's numerous affairs. You know what I'm saying, and the three men that she's with. But Donna also had like an ulterior motive going on, man. So in this scene right here, what is this that Morgan has in her hand?
Well, that's a tea. So it's supposed to help with her illness. And we wanted to throw people off with that. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to think people maybe she was trying to get rid of her, but it was actually a genuine move for Donna. She really wanted to help her, but again, she had her own motives to be what, because she felt if Donna was okay, if Morgan was okay, then Todd would be back to normal so they could do their thing on the side again. So her thing was to make sure that Morgan was okay, but obviously Morgan felt some kind of way about what she was hearing and feeling, her woman's intuition about Donna. So, but there was no ulterior motive with the tea. It was just something that she was trying to do, an old home remedy, basically.
Man, well, y'all definitely had me fooled on that one. So the Tubi Kane was bamboozled.
Yeah. Some of these tropes we try to break them. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, people would say, okay, well, Brian's gonna go mess with his wife,
right.
Morgan and tick for tack. But we wanted to show that the people around her were not the enemy. She was the enemy within herself. And
right,
she caused this friction with everybody.
Yeah, because like I told you earlier, like as soon as I saw him over there, they talking, laughing, and he, was embracing. I like, here he come right here. Here he come, but he played his part. So right now we got Brian, and he's seeing, what's going on. So now he confronts one of her side dudes right here. So what's going on in this scene right here?
I mean, like I said, he knows his wife was doing what she's doing, you know what I'm saying? And he knows about Gary and everything like that. And he's like, look, man, stay away from my wife. As sometimes when things happen in real life, instead of approaching the problem, we approach the people who are not really a part of the problem, but we approach the wrong people in situations like that. So that's what happens sometimes. We kind of overthink things, then we do things the wrong way. Instead of approaching Donna, he went to this guy, to say, hey, look, stay away from my wife. But Gary ain't no punk.
Right. Gary said he'll fit hold it in the road. If you saw the beginning of the movie, you see Gary ain't taking that off of nobody. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So even with as I called him the cheating faithful husband, even as Todd is like, I know I need to do right, by my wife. And I was like, okay, then even though he was cheating, he stopped. Even though he was mad at Gary, he really didn't act on it. He was like, hey, you need to be telling Donna, hey, you need to be faithful to your husband. She wasn't stopping. And at one point, she reeled him back on in.
And again, we all get caught up in those chats. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We think with the wrong head sometimes.
Yeah, so she reels him back in. For those who haven't seen it, make sure y'all, because this clip is a little deceiving. You know what I'm saying? If you keep on, if you keep on watching. So definitely for the people that saw, what happens.
They had their clothes on the whole time. There was no nudity, so they had their clothes on the whole time.
Oh yeah, let me get to this part right here. So we're skipping around a little bit because don't want to give everything away. So we see it right here to where Brian and Todd are sitting down because something, ended up happening to where something was exposed, and now we see Donna, the low down wife, side chick, jump off, whatever you want to call her. You know what I'm saying? Now she has, a pregnancy test. So what was the I guess you could say, what was the train of thought in this part to have her end up taking a pregnancy test?
Well, I mean, because she been doing dirt with 3 different people. And you know what I'm saying? And she was feeling kind of sick and stuff like that. And what you do in the dark will come to life. So that's just pretty much how that happened. That was the thought process behind that. We wanted, all the stuff that she'd been doing throughout the movie. Everybody, all the men generally loved her, but she didn't love herself enough to realize the true love that was in front of her. So now she has to face this problem for the rest of her life on who's her baby daddy.
Right. And I guess we'll pause it right there because, like you were saying, it could be Todd's, could be Brian's, could be Gary's.
Or it could be somebody else outside. We never seen.
I'm just gonna say, you know what I'm saying? It could be the mailman's, So man, what kind of feedback have you been getting from this movie?
Very good feedback. I mean, it was most popular overall on Tubi for about a week. Right now, it's still in the most popular drama on Tubi right now. So, I mean, we've been getting good responses. People have been loving the movie, loving the acting. Again, a lot of people are amazed that it was shot in 6 days.
Right.
People just been very thrilled about it. Even the distributor who we went through, they were kind of shocked that we did it in 6 days. We literally had to send in our call sheets for them to actually see the proof that we only did it in 6 days.
Man.
So it was just one of those things that, again, it's not to me and my wife's credit, it's to the actors. They the ones who we handpicked, who delivered such a great product to us, and we were able to make some good stride in it. And definitely there's a sequel in mind to make it work.
Okay.
And all parties involved. The girl who played Morgan, she's also our AD on our set. So she's also playing duty. So when she's not acting, she's also behind the camera.
That's what's up.
Logistics. So yeah, so she definitely works hard. That's her name is Kat Rebelski. So everybody involved in that project is definitely will be returning for the sequel once we start commencing that.
Okay. Hey, if y'all need the Tubi King, to walk by the park, to be a cameo, let me know. But yeah, man, like I said, man, 6 days. Like I said, everything, about the movie makes it seem like, yeah, they couldn't have did that in 6 days. You know what I'm saying? So once again, man.
I'll tell you something else different.
Yes, sir.
It was shot in 6 days, but I think we only had one day that lasted 12 hours. Everything else is maybe 8-7 hours.
Man.
Yeah.
Man.
We only did 12 hours one day.
Okay. So for the people hearing that, well, oh man, that means I can shoot me something, in 6 or 7 days, man. Tell them.
But you have to shoot the edit. You have to know the process. I edit. So once we're shooting, we're storyboard. I'm shooting just what I need for my edit. I'm not shooting a bunch of random angles knowing that I'm not going to need them because the actor's feeling comfortable doing more different angles. We don't do that. We get in and get out. So that's how it can be done. But I shoot to edit. That is our process. Everything that you see, I edit myself.
Wow. So not only with that, but just like you were saying, the chemistry and the dedication and leave if you have personal stuff, leave that stuff off set, man. And this is the recipe that you can get. I'm not saying that you go shoot it in 6 days and it's gonna look like this, but you just letting them know that with all those intangibles, it can be done.
Oh, yeah. Easily. Yeah, like I said, no one's above the production. You know what I'm saying? Even if my wife and I, we never do, but even my wife and I, we have an issue on personal life. We don't bring it to set.
Right.
Then we come in, we do what we need to do. Then when we say cut, we wrap for a day. Then we're gonna handle our issues elsewhere. No one on set needs to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's how it should be. There is no animosity. There's no internal drama, stuff like that. Actors like that, we kind of get rid of them. We're like, we don't call them back. We're like, we don't do that no more.
Right. So you coming out of Vegas. Normally when you hear Tubi, you hear your Detroits, you hear, your Atlanta, you hear your Texas. But coming out of Vegas, and shout out to my guy Diego Reed, what is the scene, out there? Is Vegas like a scene that's bubbling up in the independent Tubi industry, or what's going on in Vegas?
There's a few filmmakers out here who are making some noise out here. We lived in Atlanta for about 15 years till we moved out here.
Mm-hmm.
My wife and I. So I lived in Atlanta for a while. But I think I put a post out yesterday, day before yesterday. I've done more movies here in Vegas than I've done in the whole time I was in Atlanta. I mean, I only been in Vegas 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've done. I think we did a count. I think we've done like 23 movies here since we've been here. That's pretty much out, everywhere. So it's just about being dedicated. There's the movement is good everywhere. Well, we fly actors in. We fly actors in from Detroit, Atlanta, Texas, Houston, Florida. You know what I'm saying? So everybody is a hub here. So bringing people from other places, it's not that hard to do anymore. And air flights are not that expensive.
Gotcha.
If you book an event, and for us personally, we like bringing actors in, from other cities because we kind of bring in their culture and their audience and fan base to what we're doing. So it kind of works out good for everybody. We get a good talent who is dedicated because while they're here, their personal job, they don't bring the set because they're here to work.
Right.
Know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they're not like, okay, we're going to cut. They're going to go somewhere else and do. No, they're standing out. They either stand with us because we have a guest room or stay in the Airbnb. And, they're here to work for the 8 days, 9 days that they're here. But we bring them in early. They shoot and they leave either the day after or the day, 2 days, whatever. And sometimes we try to take them out, show them the local side of Vegas, to make people go to see the Strip. So we try to incorporate that as well when we bring in talent. So, So again, bringing in talent from other places, it actually works better in our favor.
Okay, that's what's up. Well, hey, if y'all ever need to shoot some in New Orleans, you know what I'm saying?
My wife got family in New Orleans.
Okay. Well, if y'all ever shoot something out here, you know what I'm saying? Let the 2BK know. Man, so Mr. Peoples, man, thank you, so much for sitting down with me, man. Where can the people find you on social media, and where can they find, before we hit that, man, what do you have coming up? What upcoming projects do you have?
Okay, so we just wrapped 3 movies since January. We got He'll Still Never Let Go, which is the sequel to He'll Never Let Go, which is based on my wife's life when she was in an abusive relationship.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. That's coming out. We just finished Blood Pack. I just released a trailer for that. That's our first horror type project in a while that we released that. And we just wrapped 2 weeks ago a movie called Wonderful Lie. That should be coming out later this year as well. We start production on The Caregiver 2 this month, actually, this May 1st. So we'll be going down to Texas to film that movie for like a month at the end of this month. So we'll be in Texas filming Caregiver 2 with Vanessa Simmons, Jennifer Friedman. There's some other names I can't mention right now because the ink ain't dry yet, but some other celebrities that you guys might know. So definitely, if you haven't already, go take a look at Caregiver 1. It's a Tubi original on the platform, and it could be Tubi original for Caregiver 2.
That's what's up. Now, where can the people find you on social media, and where can they find your other previous projects?
Okay, so I'm on Facebook as my name, Bobby M. Peoples. M is for Maurice. My website, always go to my website, tpn1.com to see all of our movies. If you click on any folder, it'll take you to Tubi. Or you can go to Peacock, you can go to Tubi, you can go to Amazon, you can go to Vudu. We got 1 movie on Lifetime right now.
Oh, wow.
And we got some other projects that come in Lifetime later this year. So, you'll see about those later. But definitely, I'm on Instagram at The People's Network and the number 1. I'm not really big on Instagram like that, but I do have that. I do have my name on TikTok is Bobby Peoples, I think, or Bobby M. Peoples. I'm not sure. One of those. But most I'm mainly on Facebook a lot. But definitely, if you want to reach out or be in part of our movies, definitely go to my website and sign up for our newsletter. When we do our casting, we put out all our casting information in our newsletter. We send it out only when we're casting. So people don't have to inbox me saying when you're casting. When we're actually casting, looking for people, we actually send out those emails. This is what we're looking for, and this is how to audition. Don't audition your way, audition our way. Instructions on how to do it, because a lot of people get eliminated because they don't follow instructions.
Right, man. You hear that? You hear that a lot. We was just talking about that with my last interview about they're telling you, hey, don't DM or whatever. And then the next thing, I mean, don't come in here, send an email or something, and the next thing you know, you got about 60 or 70 comments. So you just disqualify, you know what I'm saying, yourself.
You'd be surprised. A lot of people do that all the time. And like, I don't do the casting. My wife does the casting, but I do get the email alerts. So if I already see that, even from the email message, that you didn't like put in the character name that you're auditioning for, like, because some people say, hey, because when we get emails, we got a lot of different submissions. So if I'm looking for a character named Sarah, I just want to type my search engine, Sarah. All the people auditioning for Sarah should pop up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you got everything else other than Sarah in your description or in the subject line, you're not following the directions.
Right. So if you can't follow, if you can't do something that simple, how you gonna follow a script? And yeah, so I definitely get that.
So make it clear. A lot of times Renee don't see the audition because I delete them. I say he or she didn't follow direction, delete. I do it honestly. I do it because I'm ex-military, so I'm stricter for things to be done in a certain way.
Okay, what branch?
Army.
Okay, well, we all can't be winners. I served in the Marines. But thank you for your service.
I'm not gonna lie, Marine was not for me. No.
Hey, it ain't for a lot of people, so I get it. The service period ain't for a lot of people.
No, exactly. I did my time, and I'm out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So once again, Mr. Peoples, man, thank you so much. We finally got a chance to sit down, man, and it was definitely worth it, man. Hopefully, we'll be able to rap again in the future. So once again, man, y'all heard where y'all can find all his movies at. Y'all heard where he's has stuff coming up in the future. Husband and wife team, man, a beautiful thing. But make sure if you haven't seen Dangerous Ties, make sure that you go see it. Man, because like not now, but go see it right now.
And you don't also watch Deadly Bond, because that's where the story originally came from. That was the sequel script for that, but we kind of changed up a little bit. But yeah, go see Deadly Bonds as well.
Now, see, I'm gonna have to go because I think I saw that one about a year or so ago. So now I'm gonna have to go back and watch that one and try to tie stuff, you know what I'm saying, together, man. But hey, and this is something I always do. So once again, this is live, so he don't know I'm finna ask him this, but he's finna find out. We finna get his raw reaction right here. Okay. So if you had 5 films casted, right, got them ready to go, but Hollywood said, hey, we want you to direct this film, and we're gonna give you $20 million right now to direct this film, but it's gonna interfere with your projects that you have going on. What's your response?
I'm going to do the $20 million project first. I'm going to go do that project first because everybody else knows that once that project is done, I'm going to do those other 5 films regardless.
Right.
In order for me to pay for those 5 films, that $20 million is going to pay for it. So that's more money I can pay those actors and crew. So
right.
So they can even have their warrants if I got to push it back a month or so. That's on them. But once I come back with a bigger check, if you want it, you're gonna have to take it. But I'm going to do that $20 million first.
All right, then. Hey, I ain't mad at that at all, man. Hey, man, once again, man, thank you so much, man, for sitting down with Mr. People, man. Thank everybody else, man, who tuned in. Of course, it's brought to you courtesy of the 2020 Podcast LLC. Please say the LLC, and sponsored to you by Black Renaissance Clothing Brand. Make sure you go to the website www.shopblackrenaissance.com, man. We got new gear dropping, got a sale that's going on right now. Got $10 tees and got $20 hoodies, man. So make sure that y'all check it out. We also got the HBCU jerseys going on right now, man. So make sure you go to the website, man. That's www.shopblackrenaissance.com. Also, if you're looking to have our gear in your movies, man, just holler at my guy Taurus Galbo, and he will put y'all in the game, man, with some Black Renaissance gear, man. So once again, man, thank everybody that's tuning in. And until I see y'all again, man, y'all be great and y'all have a blessed day. It's the Tubi King signing out. Of course, this is Tubi King approved. Hey, no more Netflix and chill. It's Tubi and drill. Y'all have a good one.
I have a good one.